Here we go. Nah, I'm just gonna kill him. I just don't want this guy around anymore.
Pew pew murder.
Pew.
Pew pew
Killer
murder.
on killer combat.
I can't believe you. I can't believe you've done this.
And now she hides here. We can let Alba get captured again. I actually don't mind doing that because it means I don't have to disarm. I don't have to deploy someone later to get captured.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Would you say that this makes Alba into a Lara archetype?
Using him for capture bait.
I do think capture bait is super, like, useful.
Oh, it is.
People should make use of it more. Like, I think people already make use of it quite a lot, but more people should make use of it. And I think that a lot of people probably only make use of it in Manster, which is the big showing for it, because you do get some units that are kind of just like, yeah. But, like, you know, here we get you get force deployed units sometimes, or you'll get units who are like, it's not bad to let them just function as capture bait.
Yeah, just let them.
Same with chapter 19 is a big one for that.
This does...
Oh, we have to math, don't we?
Yeah, that's enough though. So that kills. Bonk. Oh, something I was going to mention about stabs missing is because enemy quality isn't as high, it's not usually as big a deal. But trying to imagine something like Conquest or Engage Maddening with missing stabs, that would be horrible. I would hate that.
Well, the other thing is that, like,
This kills.
status stabs do miss in those games. And I'm a big proponent. I don't think status stabs should have hit rates. I think status stabs should be guaranteed. I like the way that FE4 does it. I don't like FE4's approach to not giving you restore, and you have to deal with the fucking sleep stab for an entire map. But FE4 makes it so that status stabs are 100% accurate, but you can only target people whose resistance stat is lower than your magic. And I think that's probably the best approach to status, because I find that status in other games it's one of those tools that's really useful for enemies, but not really useful for players, because if the enemy has like a 50% hit rate on you, right? Then if they hit it, it can really be detrimental, but if they miss, like, not a huge deal. Like, you just function like normal. If you are trying to use, like, silence to get rid of a problematic Thunder Mage or whatever, or like Bolting Mage.
The next guy can capture.
Jacob, did you just send a man to his death?
Nah, see? Zoop.
How funny would it be if none of them could capture?
I actually checked after I dismounted. I was like, wait a sec, can he actually get captured? I think she should be fine. With 10 defense from the throne, she should be fine.
I did just have, like, an incredibly cursed thought about capturing. What if Lara gets, like, a couple of Constitution level ups in Manster?
She can't be captured anymore.
And then, like, yeah, there's units who just can't capture her.
She has 3 build at base. She would need a lot of Constitution levels, but that would be funny. Especially since her bulk is so bad. If you don't expect her to not get captured, she would just die.
She explodes.
Can we get out of range of this? No, but I can just get hit. Look at this. Look at this good unit. Do you have something I want to capture? I don't care about getting this javelin. Just kill this guy.
He's phenomenal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at this.
He used the poleaxe in Manster.
Oh.
He used the hammer in this map.
Oh.
He's living up. He's living up to the legacy of Lot and Wade.
Okay, if this misses, I'm actually kind of in trouble. Okay.
It's okay. Hicks used up the miss RNG so that Safi wouldn't miss.
Oh, she also got an HP level.
He continues to be a good unit. Also, fucking Pog. You were actually saying this off camera. No one gets HP on level up in Thracia, you said, right?
Or on promotion. From everywhere I've looked,
Yeah,
from everything I've
it's
checked,
promotion. Sorry, I said level up because we just saw level up. That was my bad.
but everywhere I've checked, every promotion option that I've checked, it looks like no one gets HP on promo in this game. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong somewhere. But I checked, like, Tanya, Finn, Ocean. Everywhere I looked, I didn't see anyone who got HP on promo. Oh my gosh.
And those are the only units in the game. Those
Yes, those are the only units. They're also the only
It's
units who
kinda-
can go.
kind of brave that Fire Emblem made a game with only 3 units. I think they saw the success of Fire Emblem Gaiden and they were like, it must be the small cast. If we make the cast even smaller,
It'll work.
then FE5 will be even more successful. And then it wasn't, so they made FE12 instead. They went the opposite direction.
Oh no, the bad ending. FE12 exists.
We may have very different tastes in what Fire Emblems we like and dislike. But one thing we can all agree on, and by all I mean literally me and Jacob and no one else, is fuck FE12.
Neither of us like FE12, and I'm happy we can agree on that.
It's the uniting force behind our friendship.
We have very different opinions on games like SOV, Radiant Dawn and stuff like that, but both of us screw FE12. I've still
At
never
least
finished
both of
FE12.
us are correct about FE12.
Yes. Well, I have one more chance to try to capture this guy while he has meter equipped. You probably just kill, right? Because that would be 5, and then if you crit, that's 22 minus 6. That kills.
Once he
exactly
equips wind, it becomes like a lot more of a problem.
Yeah, that's why I want to grab him this turn. That's 2 shots at 13. That also kills. So that's 64 versus 64. They both have the same. So do we Silver Sword or Brave Sword?
Brave Sword, 2 chances.
Because they both get 2 chances. Because the Silver Sword doubles. This would be 12 twice. I think. Does Brave Sword
Oh,
do
Brave
more
Sword
damage?
doesn't quad. It's too heavy, right?
Yeah, it's too heavy. He has 1 AS.
Silver.
I think Brave is more
a worse-
useful.
I think Silver, just because like Brave, there's more instances.
Yeah. Nice! God, that's so much EXP. I'm probably just gonna promote Fergus before the map ends.
That's a good level.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
And by which, I mean he got speed.
Yes.
Like, the only stat he cares about at this point in the game.
Speed is kind of awesome on him. Meteor, heal.
Wait, we don't have room.
There will be room.
We send him the
Meanwhile...
supply. Yeah, what's the plan?
She'll just live. Because 10, she has 16 defense. 0, 0, 0, 2, 0. Yeah, she's fine. She has a scroll and can only get attacked by 1, maybe 2 if there's an archer. So she's fine. I'll fly you down, I guess. That's a safe tower, right? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Meow.
Yeah, I guess when you don't have like an Orson or an Ocean or a Asvel to airdrop,
That's like a good
this
move.
becomes a little bit harder for Selfina.
I find that it's just the killer lances she has to look out for because they can crit through the gate bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
But see, like that guy didn't even try to attack. So once
I guess
those
it
are
just
gone-
lose more stressful than it actually is.
It does, just because you're seeing all of this and it looks really scary.
Like, hello, I'm a mediocre bow knight facing off against
The
8
entire
million
Thracian army.
enemies. You really do be that way sometimes. Mondays, am I right, Garfield?
Womp. Gonna get all those levels. I was really hoping to save Paragon for a goofy unit, but I think this is probably our best use of Paragon.
I still think Hicks would have been better.
Hicks would have been funny. Drop. Okay, so
I do think it's awesome how I can convince you to use absolute shit tier units in your challenge runs. Meanwhile, I'm just like tryharding with all the best dudes.
I have to give the people what they want.
I'm the people?
You are part of the people. We have
Man.
just enough.
I've never been the people before.
Let's give...
This makes me feel so awesome. I feel so Sigma.
Never mind, get off the channel.
No, it was a Blair TMGC reference!
There we go. We finally got all of his stuff off of him.
I was doing Blair TMGC, I feel so Sigma sticker.
Hey, we can train Sophia. Whee!
So, I guess I will say, like, the one advantage to being a bow unit, and this mostly applies to
Can't even
us, and I say mostly, this exclusively applies to Tanya and Ronan. Stationary one-range bosses, you can broken weapon train up to 20.
It's just like Gordon, for real.
They're the Gordon
You're
archetype!
just like Gordon! Oh, except Gordon, you have to buy him new bows. You can do it with just broken
Yeah,
weapon
these guys,
gear.
they use 3 houses broken weapons training strategies.
I remember doing that like once or twice. I don't remember when I did it, but I remember doing it and going, huh, I can't believe this works.
Yeah, I did it in 0%, in order to get, like, some class masteries.
That's what I mostly did it for, just for class mastery.
Because, like, you miss and you don't get experience, but you do still get, like, weapon rank and class mastery and stuff. And so, there's some stationary bosses where you can just be, like, broken weapon train, go burr.
And it's worth...
I mean, it depends on your definition of worth. It is one of those things where sometimes I'll see people say, like, oh, this unit is great because you can, like, broken weapon train them to get all these things, yada, yada, yada. Like, I recently made a video about Manuela in 3 Houses, and one of the things I talked about is, like, she has bolting, which is actually a really good spell, but she gets it at A rank Faith, or A rank Reason, and she starts at E rank Reason and has a boon. So on Maddening, you're basically never getting that. And I got some comments about how, like, make her an adjutant and broken weapon train, and I'm like, okay. But, like,
No.
it's an obvious exploit. It's like saying, like, and I'm not even, like, turns pilled or anything, right? Like, I feel like I'm the biggest anti-turns proponent of, like, unless you're LTCing, turns don't matter, right? Does that guy just, he can't move. He's way down. Wait, that guy can't escape. He's trapped.
Yeah,
He's way down, so he can't move 3 tiles. Oh, gee.
Yeah, Alba's too heavy, I think.
I mean, now he'll be able to escape. Oh, wait, no, there's a mountain.
Yeah, Alba's
What a loser! What a loser!
Good God.
You're trying to get rid of Alba and you just can't.
I had a chance. I could have just let the wyvern fly away with him, but I wanted to give Sophia a kill because...
But yeah, so, like, I feel like I'm, like, one of the more anti-turns pilled YouTubers out here, like, Fire Emblem YouTubers. One of the things that I constantly say whenever I do, like, tier lists or videos that are, like, unit deep dives and stuff is the idea that, there's this attitude of, like, efficiency where turn counts matter outside of LTC, and I just don't think that's true. Unless you are specifically LTCing, or there is a turn-based, like, there's a turn-based side objective, such as bonus experience in Path of Radiance, or, like, thieves going for treasure chests. It doesn't really make a difference how many turns you take to beat a map, right?
Yeah.
I think that is a weakness of maps that don't have any incentive to move fast, because they're just, like, much easier to engage with as a result of that. But at the same time, like, I think that if you grind everyone up, then all the units end up blending together.
Yeah, everyone's just the same at that point.
And if a strategy to grind is an obvious exploit. I'm like, why are we talking about this as if it is a serious thing? Because you can be like, oh, you know, this is... Like, sometimes I'll mention those exploits as, like, this is an interesting thing that, like, you can do if you want, but at the end of the day, it is an exploit, and so, like, you know, I
Don't
tend
really
not to
consider it.
think of that as, like, real. Broken weapon training is sort of, like, the, poster child for that, especially because the game really doesn't want you to do that, to the point where every game has a every map has a 99 turn limit.
Oh, I forgot
you will
about
game
that.
over if you will game over if you hit turn 99. So like, to me, that is the devs attempting to prevent broken weapon grinding.
I forgot about the turn limit.
But yeah, and then people will also... I recently did a poll about, like, what's the worst early game reclass in Conquest, and Azura was one of the options, and a ton of people are like, actually, Azura is a really good reclass, because you can grind her up to level 36 and make her into a Ch9. Which, like, that's a thing that Excelblum did on a stream, so I don't want this to come up as, like, a hate piece to Excelblum, because I think that it was very funny when he did it. It was obviously like, I'm going to use an exploit to do something funny because I'm a YouTuber and that's what I'm doing. But the number of people who watched that and were like, oh, that's actually the meta strategy now. You get rid of your dancer to have like a worse version of Camilla with no skills, no bulk, and no growth potential. It's just like,
No.
yes, let's say the obvious exploit. It's like the Gordon thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
I will say that Gordon probably gets some credit for the fact that he probably gains, like, 1 or 2 levels if you're trying to safely fight the boss, right?
Because you just have to throw 2 range at him, or use the bow.
Mm-hmm.
And the bow
And you, like...
funnily enough, one of your better ways to hit him accurately.
And because the hit rates are so bad, you kind of just end up accidentally grinding him often. Like, not
Yeah.
always, but if you, like, miss 350s and the boss heals up to full, you've accidentally done boss abuse, right? But I think that that's different than as soon as the boss gets knocked down to the point where I can kill him, I stop attacking until he heals up. Which, I'm not trying to police the way that anyone plays games. If that's something you find enjoyable, or if that's something that, like, you're Iron Manning and you're like, you know what, I think this is how I want to do this. Like, I recently did a draft, a Shadow Dragon hardcore draft, and one of my early game units was Gordon, and I grinded him on level 1, on chapter 1, I grinded him to, like, level 12 on purpose, and I did a couple of times just let the boss heal back up, and I was like, yeah, I'm only allowed to use Marcus for, like, the first 4 maps, and Gordon, Doga, and Marth are my only units until I get Altena. I want I want Gordon to be like a competent, so I made him like a Cavalier, trained his Lance rank, like once he got to reclass, and then I had the world's shittiest Horseslayer sweeper.
But it still worked.
But like my point is that I'm not going to then use that and like
Gordon's
I'm not going to now
because you can
use
just
that
boss
as like
him.
evidence of like Gordon is actually the best unit ever because I over leveled him.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with it.
Using an exploit. Like, to be fair, if a unit over levels without an exploit and they sort of naturally end up doing that, like Frederick is a big example of just like, because of the way Awakening's EXP formula works, Frederick already starts out over leveled, but he actually gains experience at around the same pace as your unpromoted units if he gets kills.
Really?
And so basically, I think it's 8 experience minimum for kill. So I say about the same pace. That's not true. It's slower. It is slower. But he's getting like close to the he's getting 4 kills, close to the amount your other units are getting for chip.
Makes sense.
Even for generics, right? Like other Jagans will get like 1 experience for killing a generic for the first 10 maps or whatever, and that's just not true for Frederick. So even if you're not having him kill bosses, which I find that often he just does because he's the only person who can fucking do it.
He's the only person I trust to kill bosses.
On Lunatic and Lunatic Reverse specifically. On other modes, like, Awakening characters blend together so much. Train who you want, like genuinely. But Frederick, I feel like ends up ahead of the level curve, not just because he starts higher level, but because he just sort of he levels up as much, if not more, as other units. Because he's getting 8 per kill, and he's getting more kills than most people.
I didn't realize there
And
was like,
like
an 8
that's a
minimum.
situation. That's a situation where someone is like arguably given favoritism and extra experience or whatever. Like I would argue no, but you could make the case. But it's also because like the game is like
The game's kind of demanding
Hey.
at that point.
fucking use Frederick. And I know obviously Frederick is not mandatory. I've seen Frederick-less clears of the first 4 chapters of Awakening Lunatic Reverse. I don't want to do that.
That does
I
not
won't do
sound
that when I
fun.
play Awakening Lunatic Reverse. I'm one of those like weird people who actually enjoys Awakening Lunatic early game. I think it's some of the best Fire Emblem out there. I don't want to play without Frederick. Frederick is part of what makes it the best Fire Emblem out there. Because like properly, like Fire Emblem fundamentals of like utilizing your Jagen while also training your training projects. It's very fun. And then like using all of your shitters to gang up on people. It's very fun. Without Jagen, it doesn't look like it'd be fun. I've seen people do it. It's really impressive.
That doesn't sound like
But it's
something I
not
want to do either.
It's not fun. Especially because like a lot of it's just RNG. Like, yeah, you know, because I don't have Frederick to soak up a bunch of enemies, I have to rely on dual guards. Because I don't have Frederick to get this kill, I have to get a low percentage crit. Like that sort of bullshit, right?
Yikes.
But hey, the chapter 1 hammer's not a problem anymore.
I forgot there's a hammer there just for Frederick. Can you imagine?
It's like the Horse Slayer in Sacred Stones chapter 5, but it's chapter 1 instead. Or chapter 6 in the fog.
It's just there for the 1 unit.
I mean, I guess technically the Horse Slayer and Halberd are also there for Franz, but no, the fuck they're not.
Nah, Franz isn't running far enough forward to get hit by the Horse Slayer anyways.
I mean, isn't the Horse Slayer, like, in the bottom right corner? It's super out of the way.
It's up against the wall where the civilians are. So there's the
That's
3
so
civilians, the mountains to the left, and then there's the Horse Slayer on the other side.
That's a good leaf level up.
Yeah, that's a pretty good level. Move!
We got our first movement growth, and it was on Leaf of all people. That's awesome. Holy shit.
We got it! We got move!
That's so fucking peak. That's so fucking peak. That's so fucking
That
peak.
is such a good person. I kind of wish he was on a funny unit, but okay, that's awesome.
The one unit who will be deployed on every single map in the game.
Yes.
I will fucking take that.
Do we actually rescue Alba, or do we just let this guy leave?
Think of it this way. If you rescue Alba, he can get captured by a 4th person.
True.
Existence is misery. Send him forward to Distracted Armor Knight or some shit.
Why do I exist? You get captured by armors. Oh, there's so many enemies left.
This is miserable.
I might just start killer bowing some of these. I'm never gonna break this killer bow. Here, kill this guy.
Yeah, like how many bow units are you gonna use this run?
Just taking grit. Not enough for it to matter. I'm just gonna turn all animations off for a second, I think. I'm gonna be here a bit. I'm just gonna let him run away with them. Just so I don't have to leave someone behind later. Leaf. Kill this guy. I'm gonna hammer in the light brain anyways. Swoosh! Here, Hicks. Hit this guy with your hammer! Bonk.
Nice.
I will smash it with a hammer! Here, more heals.
Jagan archetype. Jagan
I don't
archetype.
mind that
Jagan
at all.
archetype. More experience.
That's like the most ideal miss ever.
And you know the reason that she missed Fergus is in 3 tiles of Hicks, so Hicks is giving the Jagan charisma.
I don't think this guy's going to attack her because he's in like retreat AI, but I don't want to take any chances.
I think it's only in GBA that retreat AI, like GBA and forward, where a unit with retreat AI will then attack if they see a kill. Although even then, that's not consistent because like in Conquest, the Ice chapter, the soldiers don't even go for kills.
Adept!
Hey, Adept! Leaf has been banking all of the good luck for, like, right now. He got a movement level, he got Adept, he made Safi miss.
Don't worry, Leaf supports Safi, so we'll just get more staff hits that way.
Leaf anti-supports Safi so that she misses staff hits to gain more experience.
Now that's huge brain. Fergus is basically ready to promote-ish.
So you mentioned getting staff hits because of supports, right?
Yeah.
And like to clarify, that's not a mechanic,
Yeah, that,
unfortunately.
Staff do not get extra hit from sports.
But it made me think of the weird Path of Radiance like hidden supports where it's like adjacency, they can't get crit. Adjacency boosts critical hits, like those sorts of things, right? That like weird pairings have. And it'd be funny if Thracia had some of those too, and it's like adjacency, staffs will never miss.
That could be cool.
Adjacency -10 to enemy staff accuracy, because enemy staffs can also miss, even though they're like status staffs are supposed to be guaranteed, but can't they miss with like the staff miss formula, or is that just heal?
I don't remember. I'd have to double check myself on that one.
I know Torch can miss.
Torch
which is what makes me think that status can. Torch missing is like, let me just light up this room. Whoops.
It's like whenever you walk into a dark room and like brush your hand against the wall to hit the light switch and you miss it. I know Rewarp can miss because of the Dark Mages in 14X and the Forest can miss their rewarps. So go,
Warp can miss, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think it can. Bonk. Ooh, build.
Nice!
Oh, he has the Null Scroll. That's why he keeps getting build. It's the freaking Near Scroll.
Yeah, but that's basically speed. Yo, he crit. Oh, wait, no, he didn't crit.
I think that
I was gonna say, bright and washed, Hicks crit.
Look at him go. What are these stats? Why does he have 8 strength?
He has 2 FCM. They knew he would be too powerful if he had higher than 8 strength. All that FCM he can make use of via Leaf support and crickets.
And the one Killer Axe you might get later in the game.
Does the Devil Axe have any crit on it?
I don't remember, and I sure hope it does. I kind of want to feed some of these to Karen. Because I feel like I'm going to be using Karen a lot. Here, pew this guy or something. Pew. Please don't let me forget to get the Paragon Sword.
Jacob, sadly, the Devil Axe does not have any crit.
Aw, in shambles.
But that's 20 weight, so every point of Constitution that Hicks gains is a point of speed.
Oh my gosh, you got crit. He will game so hard. Is there anyone else who wants to be healed? You want to be healed. What level does that make you? She got magic again, and speed.
I'm magic, nice.
Okay, so she's level 8. She's getting there.
Almost. Hamern should give a full level, right, with Paragon?
I think so. That sounds correct. Don't mind me for a second.
Or it might be with Paragon on Paragon mode, because I know they stack.
Which is very silly.
Paragon Sword does not stack with Paragon, but Paragon mode is like an inherent trait of the save file, so it does stack. It's weird.
Yeah, because the Paragon Sword is just granting you the Paragon skill while it's equipped. Kind of like the
Whereas,
Kingmaker
like,
giving you the Paragon.
we call it Paragon mode, but like it's really easy mode, right? It's just better EXP formula?
I know in
Like,
Gaiden,
I don't think
it's
I
called
might be
easy.
wrong. In Gaiden, it's called easy, but it has more than just the Paragon effect.
Yeah, it does grant like the combined
Convoy.
yeah, the combined convoy. I think it might be called easy mode here. I can't remember. I just know that
if I remember correctly, the game never refers to it as Paragon mode, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I think everyone just calls it Paragon mode because double the XP.
It's a good verbal shorthand. Like,
yeah. And hey,
I think it
Paragon
makes
mode's
sense.
very funny.
Yeah. You think the EXP formula is generous in this playthrough? Oh boy!
Everyone just
Wait
levels
until
up
you see.
so much. I played Paragon mode once, and it was pretty funny. Just watching everyone get so many level ups.
So I went into Thracia blind, but the one suggestion that someone gave me was to play on Paragon mode. And so I played the first 2 chapters on Paragon mode. And I thought the EXP gain formula was too fast, so I reset. And I played the 2 chapters again, and I was like, damn, the EXP gain formula is really, really fast. Maybe, like, Paragon mode didn't get disabled. So I reset, cleared all of my save data, like, downloaded a fresh ROM.
Wow.
And then I played, and I was like, oh, no. The EXP formula is just, like, really
You just get a lot of EXP in this game.
fast. Yeah.
Which is awesome. I like getting a lot of EXP.
Yes.
Games where you get very low EXP are just so much less fun to me.
I think it depends. It can be its own, like, form of difficulty. But I think if the game... So, like...
Plus 2
I don't
speed.
mind it in Engage, because Engage gives you tools to run counter to that. Also nice plus 2 speed.
There we go. Yeah, fast.
So, like, in Engage, right? EXP gain is really, really slow, but you have Micaiah, you have Mercurius, you have Lucina's bow with Aparthia.
Yeah, the part that double EXP.
You have ways to get around the EXP formula, and it ends up, instead of being like, you can't train anyone, you get to be like, hey, you get to pick a couple of early game units to train, right? You know, you pick 2 to bring out of the early game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in a game like FE7, you have a very slow EXP gain, and there's not really any way around it for most units. So rather than being like, you get to pick which units you train and give them the EXP boosting things, instead it's like, hey, you don't get to train anyone.
You just
And it
are
combines,
stuck.
of course, with, like, the fact that your mid-game units are so strong. Miss again! This is so
many
peak!
staff misses, but
But,
that's
like,
awesome.
always at a good time.
Yeah.
Always at a good time. Like, none that have been detrimental.
They've all been good staff misses. I'm just gonna kill these last couple people.
But yeah, like, combining that with, like, strong mid-game units, and low deployment slots, just means that, like, it really just feels like you don't get to train. You don't get to train anyone in FE7 who joins, like, around the time of Lyn or afterwards. Except for, like, Raven and Canas, who start out close to promotion anyway.
He's still trying to escape. Is anyone
Karen.
close to a level up?
Karen. Go put him out of his misery.
Do we want to rescue Alba, or do we just want to let him be the reason why we go to the prison map?
You'll never get to see the Kane Alba support, though.
For some reason, I think I won't be seeing it anyways. That's
No! It's an engaging and emotional journey, though!
an engaging
Jacob,
and
it's
emotional
engaging
journey.
emotional journey, no!
Gib, cool sword. Lady Sylphina,
Nice.
I'm mad.
I angry! Give me sword!
God, if only he got the Wrath sword out of that, that would be really funny. Wait, I meant to heal there. Oh,
Is
I
Wrath
think
sword a thing?
1 heal plus 1 Hammern should... Oh no, Alba!
Kane will remember this. The little telltale graphic. Kane will remember this.
more magic. She's getting so many magic levels. What's her magic level?
Okay, but like, get skill though.
Yeah, skill
Get
is. Oh, I forgot to
skill.
give her like the scrolls back. Oops.
Jesus Christ. Fucking scroll stacking is so silly. Okay, you can hammer in the light brand now, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hammer in the light brand. Actually,
Or the killer bow.
there we go.
You used it a lot.
Woo, killer bow. Oh, I can't use it anymore. That's right. Here.
Yeah, because you heal him. This should be a full level.
It should be. I think it is.
And like, there's probably better targets.
Oh.
Only 60.
She can heal a little bit. Watch this.
She gets 20 for each unit she heals, right?
Oh, she gets 30 per heal, so she just has to heal twice. Which she can heal Karen.
Miss?
Just miss? I think Selfiena's missing. No, something's not missing HP.
She was on a throne. She's not missing HP.
Fergus is missing HP.
Oh, Fergus. Nice, nice, nice. Our savior. My favorite. My cat. Alright, and now we can finally get out of here so that we can play Chapter 10. Which I know you've been looking
Yeah.
through.
We had a good level.
Skill!
She's one step closer. But yeah, I think she's basically just gonna promote at this point.
Yeah, have her do it now, just because that way, like, if you don't have the slots to deploy her, you don't have to.
Yeah. So I think we'll promote her with the Master Seal off of you.
As much as I like Selfina as a filler unit, like, this is just a better
I
use
don't
of the Master
think
Seal.
we're gonna have really room for her.
Oh god, this really is FE7. We can't deploy any of the fun filler units. Selfina has become Isadora. Welcome back.
I mean, I've mentioned offhandedly to other people, this is just Hector Hard Mode deployment cut mode.
Also, skill.
Yeah, +1 skill.
We're one away.
I kind of want to promote Fergus.
I think
Just so
what
he
are
can-
the units? What other units do we have that are not currently promoted that are going to want to promote?
Alcian and Horvin.
I mean, do we? I love heroes. I love heroes, not Fire Emblem heroes. Fuck.
Yeah.
I love the class that can use axes and swords, but do we actually need to promote them soon?
Not really soon. We get another Master Seal next map.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really think of anyone else that really needs to promote, and I might want to promote at some point.
Yeah, she doesn't gain staff rank out of it, which is incredibly tragic.
Homer's gonna want to promote at one point, but we get Master Seals before then.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have enough seals for what we want.
Homer's also, like, super competent at base.
Yeah, Homer doesn't need to promote.
Homer is such a weird unit, because I feel like I never use him, but, like, he's so
He's still
good.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh well, it'll make the next map easier.
Yeah.
I hate the next map, so I want the next map to be as easy as possible.
Next map is, like, in contention for worst maps in the franchise. And the sad thing is, I don't even think it's the worst map in this game.
There is one map I might consider worse than the next one, and the only reason I don't consider it the worst is because I can skip it. Because I can skip 24x.
14x?
I can't skip 10.
Oh, 24x.
No, I
yeah.
hate 24x. I think 24x is my least favorite to play, but I can just not go to 24x really easily.
You don't get the good ending then.
The good ending is, like, I actually finish the game if I don't play 24x.
Jacob, I don't think we can be friends anymore after what you did to Avel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Looks like we make it out of here somehow.
Way to go.
Unlike Avel, who doesn't make it out of here.
We'll talk
Ah,
about
how
that
times
later.
have changed. There would have been a time that I would have rescued Avel.
We did get the Paragon
Not
Sword. Yeah, I
this
got the Paragon
time.
Sword. Okay. Oh, we have to deploy Selfina later for the Brave Bow.
I'll go ahead. I'm sorry to run away from Avel.
Go get him, Hicks!
Murphy, your papa's gonna rescue Avel.
Also, look how cute that map sprite is. She has a little cape.
Godsigva, protect Avel.
Oh, I could have saved Alba and then just left him behind right here.
There's no need to remain any longer. Avel, please hurry.
I did get everything right. Oh, also, something I didn't realize. I forgot there's a free S drink here.
Yeah, you get one for free. It's like a free sample of the shop next door. Which
I
sells
forgot
them.
about that. So I guess if we really wanted to, we could have just dodge trained in Murder Hollis and then given her the S drink. But eh.
I think we want to preserve that S drink though.
I think we did the right thing here. I think
with the low deploy, there's gonna be maps where we want people twice in a row.
Yeah, I think this is the correct decision though. Doria.
But you know what's also the correct decision?
Charging the ballista before they can fire at you.
I was gonna say either subscribing to the channel or going to 24x. Comment below, Jacob, please go to 24x.
I don't want to go to 24x.
And maybe we can peer pressure Jacob.
Now I'm really sad.
Hmm.
Oh, we're not the same.
And he was right.
I can't give my goodbye yet because we're on the save screen yet. All the soldiers of Thracia. Okay, now I can say goodbye. I'm on the save screen.
Bye. I'm on the save screen.